This is the plaintiff, Lori Otani. She says she saw the defendant, David, crash his bike into her parked car, damaging it. Now her whole bumper has to be painted. The defendants won't pay up, and she needs Judge Million's long arm of the law to force them into doing the right thing and pay her the $812.45 she's owed. These are the defendants, Deborah, Michael, and David Vellante. Deborah says her son David admits to falling off his bike, but says he came nowhere near the plaintiff's car. He's downright adamant he didn't do any damage, urges his mom not to pay for something he did not do, and, well, she believes him. They're accused of scratching up a car, but good.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
And welcome back to the People's Court. Next case in the docket. The plaintiff says she saw the defendant crash into her car with her own eyes and still isn't getting paid. But the defendants say the kid did fall off his bike but was way clear of the plaintiff's car. It's the case of you ain't so jiffy after all.
Thank you.
You're welcome, ma'am.
Okay, Lori Otani,
Yes.
you are suing Deborah, Michael, and David Vellante for $812.45, the cost to repair your car that you say, what's your name?
David.
David damaged. Talk to me. Tell me what happened.
On October 5th, I was at my kitchen window and saw the defendant on the ground next to my car with his bicycle.
Okay.
My neighbor had walked over to him, I guess, to make sure he was okay. So
What had happened? Had he fallen?
he was
Okay.
riding bikes on the sidewalk with a friend of his.
Okay.
So I went to my other window because I couldn't see directly where he hit my car.
How did you know he had hit your car?
Well, his bike was against my car. He was,
Against your car?
yeah, he was getting up when my neighbor had gone over to talk to him, make sure he was okay. So I couldn't see from the angle I was at. So I went to my other window, and it appeared that my car was scratched. So I got
You
dressed.
can tell that from your kitchen window?
Yeah, I have an actual picture of.
No, I'm right now I'm trying to figure out what you can actually tell from your kitchen window as opposed to what you learned when you walked outside. What could you see from your kitchen window? His car was against your car. His bike was leaning against your car?
Well, he was picking it up from there, so.
You're assuming it touched your car, or you saw it touch your car?
Well, I'm assuming it.
Okay. and
Because there
then
was no damage to my
could
car
you
prior to that.
Could you see a scratch from your kitchen window, yes? Or did you see that when you walked out and investigated what you had just seen?
I couldn't see from the window I was at, so I went to my dining room window.
Okay.
And from there, I could see it looked like it was dented, there was damage to it.
Okay.
So I then got dressed, came outside, but everyone was gone.
Okay.
So I went to my neighbor's house to see.
The one who you had seen talking to him?
Yes.
Okay.
To see what happened.
Okay.
He wasn't home. He, I guess, was on his way out. So I went to my other neighbor's house, because at the time, I didn't know who he was.
Okay.
And I asked him, did you see what happened? And he said, no, but I saw them out in front of, in front of your car, and he lives on Seafoam Avenue. So I had then gone to the police department to file a report.
Okay, now I see the police report, but the police report's 11 days after this happened. So why
The
did 11
report?
days pass?
No, I signed it that day. I
That
filed
day?
it
Oh,
that
do you have
day.
anything from that day?
Yes. It may have not, I didn't
Yeah,
pick
maybe
it
the
up
officer
until.
didn't write it till, that's why I want to see when you filed the complaint. Yeah, it was the same day that you called the police. All right, and so what happens?
They took the report down, and they said that the juvenile officer would contact the parents and let me know what happened. I never heard back from them. Several weeks had gone by. So I tried going to their house myself. I went there on several occasions. No one ever answered the door. So I had sent them a letter, which I have, asking them to contact me to discuss the damages.
Did the police ever just go knock on his door and ask him what happened?
They told me they were going to, but the juvenile officer was on vacation.
Did he ever did somebody ever come talk to you
No.
guys? The police officer never followed up on anything?
The
No.
first time I heard about it was 6 months later when I got a letter with an estimate from her.
Okay,
No
but you say,
pictures of the
you say
car.
that you left something on their door when?
I went there 5 or 6 times. Since no one ever answered the door, that's when I sent a letter.
Okay, no, but I'm saying those 5 or 6 times you didn't leave a note and say, please call me or whatever. All right, so
No,
then you sent a letter on what date?
I believe it was in March. I don't have the date on here. I just sent it just to call me.
That's the part that she's saying, what? That it took from October to March.
Well, I couldn't get in touch with them. No one ever answered the door. I didn't have a phone number to call them.
I know.
I
So
went
one might
weekends,
leave a
I went
note.
evenings,
That would be a good
I
way,
went...
is one might leave a note, right? And then have them call you. But anyway, all right, so now it's March, and what happens in March?
This I sent through the regular mail.
Got it.
Since I didn't hear back after that, no contact whatsoever, I sent a registered letter.
Okay.
I figured at
And then
least
you
they'll
end up
receive it.
filing the lawsuit.
Yes.
All right, now, what happened that day?
Well, I was riding my bike with my friend on the side, and I was on the sidewalk, and where her lawn and the sidewalk met, there was like a gap like about this wide and deep, and my front tire went into it. So when I tried to get my front tire out, it like hit the curb, the side of the sidewalk, and my bike handlebars turned the opposite way, and I hit the telephone pole.
Right.
I didn't touch the car, and the bike was laying on the ground, not near the car. And when I looked over, it wasn't any kind of Yukon. It was a Ford F-150
What's your
pickup
car?
truck.
It's a Yukon.
Okay. Can I see the pictures of your car? What color was the car that was, when you looked over, what color was the truck that you saw?
It was a silver open pickup truck.
Okay. Your car is actually that one, which is a silver
I parked
Yukon.
exactly where it was that day.
Okay. Do you have pictures of the damage?
Yes.
Go ahead.
And as I was looking at my knee because I had a scrape, her neighbor came over and asked me if I was okay. And I said, yeah. And I was still there, standing there, and he went and sat in his car. So I looked to see if I did any damage to the vehicle, and I did not see anything I did. So I picked up my bike and I went home.
But if you were nowhere near the vehicle, why would you look at the vehicle to see if you did damage?
Just in case.
Just in case. I mean, you know whether you hit the vehicle or not, you know? Go ahead, Mom. When's the first time you hear about this?
David did come home that day and tell me that he fell off his bicycle because he had hurt his knee. And I didn't give it another thought. 6 months later, I get a letter in the mail from Lori stating that my son fell in October and that he damaged her vehicle. There was no photos of her vehicle, just a copy of the estimate and her letter. On her letter was one phone number, and I did try to call it, but it happened to be only her business number, and they were closed. So
Did you call the next day?
No, the next day I
so
decided
you're-
I was throwing the letter away because it's been 6 months.
And you're complaining that, you know, okay.
Your Honor, in that letter, she says I was at your home several times. I have been out of work for 3 years. My husband's out of work for 6 years. I was able to answer the door each time the mailman came with a registered letter and court papers, but she says she was at my house several times. There's no possible way. No possible way that nobody answered that door.
Well, but you know what? I don't really care about that. I care whether you send damage to the car. I'm looking at the damage that she photographs, and this is clearly not like a car hitting another car. This is clearly something hitting the car, some other object gouging the car. That is absolutely clear. And the thing is, like, if what I was hearing is, I don't know what you're talking about, I never fell off a bike, it'd be like, well, you know, maybe she's wrong on her ID, but your son is honestly admitting that he fell off the bike and that he fell off the bike in that location. So there's no question about the identification. The question is, did his bike hit the car or didn't his bike hit the car? That's the only question.
So this testimony was a little bit incriminating for the defendant, don't you think?
Yeah, I don't know. If you fall, there really is no reason to look at the car at all.
I mean, looking at the car does seem to be a little bit of a buzzkill here.
Yeah, it's suspicious, definitely.
Is it suspicious or does it nail him?
I'm pretty sure it nails him, in my opinion.
Because why else would you look at the car? Got your point, going inside the courtroom.
Either he hit a car or he didn't hit a car. My only concern, my main concern, is that he says, I looked at the car to see if I did any damage. Work with me here. You're riding a bike. You fall. You're nowhere near the car. Okay? Do you turn around to go check out whether you know whether your handlebar or a part of your car, bike has hit a car or hasn't hit a car? The fact that you are compelled to look over to see if there's anything wrong is an indication that you know that your bike has touched the car. Show me your estimate.
Everybody asked you if you damaged the vehicle in that.
I think the estimate is high for the damage that I'm looking at. Okay. I find that the bike did do the damage, but I'm not ordering an $800 payment for the damage that I'm looking at. I'm ordering a $250 payment verdict for the plaintiff.
I still have yet to see the damage.
Well, the defendants come out of the courtroom on the losing end of this case. Although the plaintiff didn't get everything that she sued for? What's your feeling on this?
I don't think it was right. I think that I still, to this day, to this moment right now, have no idea what the damage was or what her vehicle looks like. The judge didn't show me, Lori didn't show me. I still have no clue. I couldn't tell you what vehicle or what damage.
You sorry that you said in the courtroom in your testimony that, I went over to the car to check it out. Kind of hung you.
Well, I didn't really get finished what I was saying. The witness also asked me if I did any damage to the car, so I looked to check if I did, but I know I hit the telephone pole next to me, but the way my bike was laying, there was no possible way it hit the car.
Well, judge says otherwise. Can you live with the 250?
Can live with it.
All right, head right down there, okay?
Thank you.
Okay, so come on out here, and you didn't get what you sued for. Not everything.
No, I didn't.
What's your reaction to this?
I think the judgment is fair, but the amount is not going to cover the damages to my car. There's several scrapes and an area that needs to, be repaired. So.
Well, isn't it possible that scrapes come from who knows where? In your neighborhood, you bump into things, you're right next to the telephone pole. Maybe it happens some other way.
No, if you look at the pictures, there's a wavy gouge, like from a bicycle pedal. So
That's
I believe
the
it's from
250.
that. Yeah. But I know for a fact there wasn't any damage on that area of the car.
Harvey?
Okay, Kurt, circumstantial evidence is enough to win a case like this, and the fact that he looked at the car does indeed nail him. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.